Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Throwing now is Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. To return is Roberts. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
He's alert. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 25. Pass 85.
Allen going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Whip. Watch the whip.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Check. Slam. That's it.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they run with Howard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. They'll look to throw now on first down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
Complete to Devontae Parker. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
They're running it.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
18 on the play. 1st down, Bills.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Shaq Lawson. A loss of 9 on the sack. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Mike 52. Watch twist. Mike 52.
To the air, Allen. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is Parker, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the delay, it's Howard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Buddy up. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. What? You better bring it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. As he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. Fair. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Get it. He'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bills.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Charlie.
Now T.J. Yeldon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll drop the throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check that. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah,
that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 58, right there.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. This is Breida on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here now Roberts. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10. He's going to fire one deep, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
13 yards on the play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Kill, kill, kill.
They're going to look to throw. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back to throw here. And Wilson has it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
58, boys, 58.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. But he's got it to Hearns. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Gore. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 outlaw. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
2nd and 13. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll set up to throw. The quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check the hot read. Begin. Greystone travel. Shoot.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And the Bills first down.
Ready.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Don't be scared of it. 552. 52, my 52.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First down, Buffalo.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
10-2, sir. Defense wins championships, baby. Ready?
2nd and 6. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
55.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up a throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
On 1st down, Moss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Tease the mic. I'm scared.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now back to throw. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Running with Howard. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
March 49. March 49. I got it.
Here's a second and 7. And he completes it to Wilson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back to throw. And this is Parker, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Second and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Hughes. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill.
2-draw quarters.
Check. Crunch.
Again, it's Yeldon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw here. Finding Knox there, complete. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Set 70, Indy. Undercross. Rock it.
They go play action here on first down. And Diggs has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This is Yeldon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, high 7.
52, block 52. 52's the mic. Check.
2.
They're going to look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
It's a turnover on downs.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line.
We play to win. Let's go.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it again with Yeldon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Yeldon losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Well, the Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Returnable for Grant. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. So we got man.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far.
Today
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.